Ladies and gentlemen, independent journalist by the name of Cam Higbee has just, I kid you not, infiltrated a left-wing Signal group chat, private group chat, in which members of the far left in the Minneapolis area have been tracking, monitoring, and obstructing federal law enforcement operations during their ongoing deportations. And the amount of information that has just been exposed by nature of infiltrating this far-left Signal chat is frankly absolutely astounding. These far-left radicals are, one, very organized. It's going to blow your socks off. And two, there's a lot of them. Hundreds, perhaps even thousands. And it's not just random people. It's not just paid protesters, agitators. They are in there. We have the names. But it's also senior-ranking members of the Minnesota state government.
Duh.
Members of the progressive left. We're going to talk about that also. That's right. They all got exposed. And by the way, right now, this is pretty much the biggest news story in the entire nation. Elon Musk himself earlier this morning has been working overtime to help shine a light on all of this information. And numerous members of the Trump administration itself are now digging into all of this information right now as well. So today, what we're going to do, folks, is go over all of this information. We are doing an investigative deep dive. So bear with me, everybody, put on your seatbelt to really get a better understanding of what is going on here. Now, like I said, this is independent journalist Cam Higbee. He infiltrated the Signal chat. Take a look at this. He says, I have infiltrated organizational Signal chat groups all around Minneapolis who have the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding, assaulting, and obstructing federal law enforcement officers. Buckle up. All of this is going to be revealed. Each area of the city has a Signal or several Signal chats. Let's start with a screen recording of all the members of the South Side group chat to kick things off. Take a look at this. Put this up on the big screen. Ladies and gentlemen, all of the names, and this goes on for 30 seconds. Look at this. People are using their real names, first name, oftentimes first name, last name, and now we've got more investigative journalists digging into this, saying, wait a minute, I know that guy. Wait a minute, that guy works here. That guy, this is that guy. He works in the school board. He's a part of city council, whatever, etc. It just goes on and on. There's hundreds, perhaps thousands of them. And this is just one Signal chat for one part of the city. This is only one neighborhood of the city. Cam Higbee goes on. I have been undercover inside of these group chats for days. You're going to notice emojis next to the people's names. Here's a key for what those emojis mean. The highlighted positions are the most crucial. Most are self-explanatory. Mobile patrols spend their entire shift searching for suspicious ICE vehicles. When they find one, they send it to the group chat so that the plate checkers can compare with their database and see if it's a known federal vehicle or if the patrol can make the confirmation that the database can be updated. So this is shocking. Ladies and gentlemen, what this means is that people inside of these far left groups, in these Signal group chats, some of them are working inside the government because they have access to license plate databases. Because it begs the question, how exactly are they checking the license plates? They have access to the license plate databases. A random person can't do that. I can't go check some license plate database. They're in the government. They are in the government. Dispatch runs a maxed out call all day telling protesters where exactly ICE has been spotted and how they can best be impeded. Here's a photo. Unvetted chat while on a shift, please put emoji in front of your Signal name so we know your role and location. Mobile patrol, stationary patrol, foot patrol, dispatch, hyperlocal group messenger, school/transport safety spotters, license plate checker, medic, aftercare provider. They all have special roles, special functions. All right, guys, I'm patrolling on foot. Well, I'm in my car driving around. This is insane, and now the lid has been blown off. It goes on. For each occupation or shift position, Protesters have to undergo training. It's unclear what that training entails, other than numerous slides of instructions. I've seen it mentioned repeatedly. Who is paying for all of this? Almost looks like a training. They've got almost like a PDF or a PowerPoint presentation that you've got to work through to go through your training. And they're all talking about their training here. Now, by the way, I actually have some of the training material. I'm going to show you. I was able to find this on my own. I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute, but hold that thought. Cam Higby goes on to say, each chat for a specific part of the city has smaller districts broken up within it called, quote, patrol zones, which guide the ICE chasers on where they should be or position. They have the entire city mapped out. All right, guys, I'm doing a foot patrol in zone 2A. All right, I'm doing a car patrol in zone 4B. This is highly coordinated. Sharing our Bloomington patrol zone map, which is loosely based on city council districts. You want to talk about RICO? You want to talk about a RICO case? I think we've got it. Listen, all of these people. It gets worse, though. You guys have seen nothing yet. We're going to keep going here. Here is a screen recording of their license plate database, as well as a link to its instructions. What do we have here? Full screen this. docs.proton.me is the website. Access the data, ICE plate search. The tool linked above is the recommended option for quickly looking up license plates. It accesses the Minneapolis ICE plate dataset along with plate datasets from other sources. Shocking. They have instructions and material on how to check all of this stuff, how to quickly scan the plates. Confirmed ICE, masked or uniformed ICE agents seen in the vehicle. Highly suspected ICE. They've got different threat levels. Confirmed ICE, highly suspected ICE, suspected ICE, and cleared not ICE. Unknown, the unknown category. And so they are categorizing all of the license plates they can into a massive license plate database. Here is a screenshot of the active dispatch call. It's always active, as well as a shift change. You can see folks are changing their emojis, clocking in and clocking out. Clocking into work, clocking out of work. Look at this. Moody changed their profile name to Plate Moody. Now Moody is monitoring plates. This individual changed their name, so they're changing their emojis depending on what their job is. They're clocking in, clocking out, so you know exactly how many license plate observers you have, how many foot patrollers you have.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the coexist sticker on the back. We're on Irving and Lake Street, going north on Irving.
So he's here listening to this is their 24/7 dispatch call.
We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location.
Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you?
Yes, I do.
So this goes on 24 hours a day. I'll play another snippet. Play this.
These 5 observers are on there. KM, I'll probably have you stay on that F-150. But anyone else that's on this call that is currently on that F-150, I think we could use our resources and energy better.
This is insane. You want to talk about insurrection? You want to talk about insurrection? You want to talk about, dare I say, far left domestic terrorists doing every single thing they can to undermine ongoing federal law enforcement operations? Insurrection. Just wait until you hear some of these names that are involved in this. I haven't even read that to you guys yet. He posts more recordings of them tailing vehicles, tracking vehicles. A new group chat for each zone is made every single day. The chats are dated and then deleted at the end of the day to delete the evidence. This is likely to avoid detection, record keeping, and consequences. By midday, the group chat hit maximum capacity, 1,000 people allowed by signal, and people who are not chasing federal agents are asked to leave to create room for more people who are actively tracking federal agents. Thousands in just one little area. The dispatch calls also reach maximum capacity constantly. It's believed it's 50 people maximum, 50 people per voice call, which means at any given moment, any given time in each small zone, there are 50 people in a voice chat chasing federal agents. This quasi-police force uses a system called Salute, which calls out the size of federal units, activity, locations, uniforms, times, and locations. They then instruct their ICE chasers to follow and confront ICE agents at their known locations. So they're compelling people to go and confront, get involved, get up in their face, get your body in between, get your car in between, block traffic. They are everywhere, and local police are cooperating. Here, an observer calls out a possible agent, but says she's just out walking her dog, so she can't continue on. Dispatch called for backup. Also below is a message indicating that local PD may get involved if ICE, quote, hinders public safety. The police called back and said ICE has jurisdiction and to call them back if they hinder public safety. So they're talking to the police every step of the way. Potentially even working directly. I don't know. Is it possible they've gotten members of the Minneapolis Police Department in these calls, helping to subvert ongoing federal law enforcement operations? Think so. I think so. These thugs apparently have a home base, though I haven't been able to identify it. Here's an ICE chaser indicating that he is expected to return to home base. Look at this. Heading east on foot. Home base is expecting me. Home base is expecting me. It's probably the damn Safari restaurant. That's where they operated that Feeding Our Future scam out of. Here are chasers discussing what should be done after realizing they positively identified my vehicle as ICE, but then found out that it was Cam Higbee. I believe this person might be the aggressive individual in the second photo. So they discovered that Cam Higbee had infiltrated them. He's got more dispatch audio. Oh, let's listen to this one here. Take a listen.
The person that just asked for a plate check a minute ago that said 218AF.
Yeah, it's a white Chevy truck, pickup truck.
Thank you. If you can get documentation, video, or photos of that plate on that car, we can document. Thank you.
Yep, getting that for you.
Update on the corner of 32nd and
sticker.
Update on the corner of 32nd and 15th. This Kia, Massachusetts. Folks are whistling at this. It looks like this is a confirmed ICE vehicle. The men inside appear to be ICE.
The men inside appear to be ICE, and you can hear the crazy unhinged whistling in the background. The protesters use a, quote, mutual aid system. I tried to join the mutual aid system for Bloomington. An admin told me that it was a vetted chat for teachers. It's a vetted chat for teachers, and that I would need to describe my relationship to a school. Are you a teacher, a principal, a counselor? And then give his real name. So they've got teachers, Minneapolis teachers, members, working in the academic system. Part of this, he wouldn't do that, so he couldn't make it into that group chat. ICE chasers, the operations last all night. The dispatch call is 24/7. These are messages screenshotted at 2 a.m, asking for observers at a location with potential illegals. It's from a vetted chat called Wolfpack. The Wolfpack. They're asking for backup. We need more observers. We need more chasers. The coordinators frequently delete messages to cover their own tracks. This is another layer of security on top of the daily chat refreshes. The message was deleted. I wonder what he posted. Must have been something crazy. Must have been crazy enough to delete. On top of every single day deleting the entire chat log. Here is an admin list and an administrator list for several chats. These generally consist of code names. They're using code names. Loco Tio Dave, the report card, Emu, Motoko, Aguacate. So they're using code names to conceal their identities. And so that's that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I've got something else I want to show you here. Cam Higby went on to post, he said, here is the entire training manual. Listen up here, folks. Now we have the entire training manual for domestic terrorist patrols that have been chasing ICE agents in Minneapolis. Keep in mind, this is the watered down OPSEC, operational security version. We have a video. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this. So it's all saved in a looks like a Google Drive, a cloud storage. It's just page after page after page of protocol. How to behave, what to do. If this happens, then you should do this. If that happens, you should do that. Step by step by step. How many pages is this? I don't know. This goes on for 26 seconds. How to navigate the group chat. Identifying abductors and vehicles. Chat information. Look at this here. Step by step. Arrive on scene. Look for ICE. Issue a salute for abduction. How to conduct a foot patrol. What to bring. Bring a buddy or two. Bring a fully charged phone and a car charger if you have it. Turn off biometrics. Turn off your biometric detection software on side of your phone so that you can't be. This is so that if like their phone gets subpoenaed or something, they have preemptively turned off the biometrics. Wow. These people know what they're doing. And you know what's crazy? They call us brown shirts. These people are out here on the streets saying, ICE, you're brown shirt. If you voted for Trump, you're a Nazi. Look at this. We have the proof. It's all in front of our face here. This is insane. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got something else I want to show you here. Other independent investigators have been sifting through these lists of names. You saw that big list of names. Well, some individuals, big name individuals, have already been identified. I want to introduce you to some of them here. A woman named Amanda Kohler, who is a former Tim Walz campaign strategist, has been identified as one of the administrators of this group, a former Tim Walz campaign strategist, working with the Tim Walz administration campaign, is one of the key leaders of this group. Numerous messengers indicate that Tim Walz himself is working directly with the group. So he has not been identified as being in the group himself, but messages from the group have confirmed that he's working with the group regardless. That has been exposed. We also have seen numerous Tim Walz campaign staffers and political operatives linked up with Tim Walz are inside the group. Numerous Minnesota state representatives like State Representative Alex Falconer and Representative Brad Tabke, Democrats, Minnesota state reps, are in this group. Allegedly. This is all coming out, independent journalists. Numerous Minneapolis City Council members, allegedly Jason Chavez, has now been reported as being a part of this group. Allegedly. It's all independent journalists are now reporting on this. It's coming out. It's all over Twitter right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about insurrection? This is what insurrection looks like. Because keep in mind, what is the purpose? What are they doing here? This is not a club. It's not a hobby club. Okay, they're not knitting quilts. This group, thousands of people, members of the Minnesota state government, city council, campaign assistants, state representatives, all up and down. And these are just the ones we know about. God knows how many other people that we haven't identified yet. Their purpose here is to undermine, subvert, and hinder legal, lawful, federal law enforcement operations. That is what they are doing, designed to undermine what these federal law enforcement officers are doing. FBI, CBP, ICE, DHS, all of them. They want to We're talking big time, serious federal crimes. And so right now we've seen President Trump, he has subpoenaed, or the Trump DOJ has subpoenaed Walz and Keith Ellison, Attorney General Keith Ellison, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. We know that there's an ongoing FBI and also DOJ investigation into all of this. We need more subpoenas. I'll tell you what, if we want to really make America great again and seriously put America first, we have got to shut this down.
Well, now we can see Minnesota's problem. Bloated government. Is this what it's come to? People just can't get a job in the public sector anymore? Holy moly. And all of these people have assistants? Wow, right?
Great speech, Oswald.
My name is not Oswald. It's Penguin. I am not a human being.
Homicide, manslaughter, that's who they're trying to protect in Minnesota. I do not understand these people. We sent Governor Walz a very strong letter today. We had been working on this letter. We got it out saying that he better support President Trump. He better support the men and women in law enforcement, because if he doesn't, we are.
Oh, take it easy, sweetheart. You looking for me? See you met the twins. Boy, I hear everything they say.
Let me answer my question. I'm not going to be bullied.
I guess we both are. How you doing?
There are no more vigilantes allowed in Gotham City.
Touring the riot scene. Gravely assessing the devastation. Upstanding mayor stuff. You're not the mayor. You're just jealous because I'm a genuine traitor. You might be right.
You'll all fly together.
Up the river, you birds of a filthy feather.
You betrayed yourself at the pet house. You used the very same words I'd spoken in the Batcave.
We found out about your secret radio transmitter.
We acted out a charade to trap you.
What's the gas? I put you to sleep in the armor.
I saw it.
A trap.
Dummies in that armor.
We were here all the time.
All right, boys. Our umbrellas. Matters. We're not telling people to be silent, but we're not telling.
Will Trump and Bondi ever nab that sleazy governor? Find out next time.